this is something that once you implement into your business, you're like, oh my gosh, I want to do more of these because there is something about getting those notifications in your email or in your merchant processor or in your CRM that say, so-and-so just purchased blank. Okay, without you really having to do a lot of work. Now, there is some pre-work to do, but once you get this set up and you get it going and you get it running, it literally is just creating another stream of income for you that is just easy. Not to mention, it's creating a new world of opportunities with clients or customers that you can convert into high-paying clients. So what I want to walk you through are the steps on how to actually, first of all, know what kind of mini offer to put together. But in addition to that, what do you do once it's put together? Like, how do you get people to actually purchase it? All right. Okay. So let's first start with what is the purpose, right? What is the objective of a low ticket offer? So here's the thing. It's a very simple, but irresistible and high converting solution. Small win solution, though, that you offer to your ideal clients. This is not about like a complicated launch at all. You could literally do this within a couple of hours. And if you have a team, you could probably do this like within an hour. All right. It's about creating an offer that generates steady, consistent revenue while bringing in new customers, meaning engaged buyers who want more from you, not just freebie seekers. Now, I'm going to give you a little caveat to this. Okay. I highly recommend that you provide value in all of your content. So organic content is free content, right? We're putting out content out there for free. We're not putting paid advertising towards it to find new people. I am a believer in giving out value for free. It works for me. Maybe for others, they have a different stance on this, but I've been in business now for over 16 years. So I think I know a bit of what I'm talking about. Although I do believe in free value, this is a way of giving, like upping that value a little bit and then charging for it. Okay. So it's what a mini offer does for you is that it allows you to gain attention immediately from people that are now in the market to buy from you, but maybe they're just not ready to invest in, thousands of dollars just yet because they don't know you that well. So I love giving out free stuff because it allows my audience to get to know, like, and trust me. And so eventually when it's time to offer them something, they're going to feel more comfortable and more certain that I am their person. Okay. So what this mini offer does is now it's giving them some skin in the game. And now they are not just a fan or a follower, but they're an actual person that has already invested just a little bit, even if it's literally like $7. They've invested something with you. And this allows you to also have a closer proximity to people that really probably more likely to say yes to you pretty quickly for your next offer. So what exactly is a low ticket offer? So I want you to think of this as a magnetic mini offer. This is like a way to magnetize, like I said, those now buyers. Okay. It's going to be something small, valuable. Typically, this looks like a digital product. It's priced somewhere between $7, $47, maybe even $97. I would honestly, for some of you, if you're selling super high ticket, $97 would be a mini offer. Okay. If that's totally okay. And it solves just one very specific problem for your audience. So it's going to be designed. You want to think of it as something that they're going to get an easy win, and it's going to bring them into your world as paying customers, not just as somebody who's a fan or a follower that's constantly consuming your content. All right. Next thing I want you to know is that these can really quickly accelerate the growth of your business. You want to think of this like it's really like a compound effect. So the more people that buy into your small low ticket offer, the more that base of customers grows. And now you have a larger customer base of people that are paid customers, right? So those are people that are hot leads for you. Like the next time you have a higher ticket offer to them, that's the first group of people that you're going to want to talk to. Okay. The other thing is that people that have already paid, even if it's literally like $7, they're more likely to engage with your content and take action on the next steps than somebody who, either doesn't really know you that well yet, or is a fan or follower that has been following you along for a while, but hasn't actually bought anything from you. So what are the steps to actually get this into place? And how do you figure out exactly what it is that you create for this low ticket offer? So the very first step, very crucial, is to understand exactly who it is you are serving with this offer. Okay. So what I mean by this is you want to get really specific about your audience. And here's what I'm talking about. If you're a health coach, for example, right? You don't just want to market to people who want to be healthy, because that's like speaking to everybody. And if you're speaking to everybody, you're actually speaking to no one. So what you want to do is you want to get more clear and more concise on who it is that audience is. So it could be somebody who is an overworked mom looking for a quick workout or workouts to fit her busy schedule. Okay. Very specific. Make sense? The second part of knowing this or digging into exactly who your audience is for this low ticket offer is once you know who they are, then you want to dive deep into their pain points. So what is it that keeps them up at night? All right. Example with a health coach. So if you know that they're moms, their biggest struggles might be lack of time or feeling overwhelmed. You want to understand this and you want to create a solution, a low ticket offer that's going to fit that. So if you're creating something that's going to be super overwhelming for them, it's not going to work. You're not going to get any sales, because remember, if you're talking to a mom who's overwhelmed, who doesn't have enough time, and you're giving her super complicated fitness plan, she's just not going to buy into it. Okay. So that's step number one. Step two is now it's time to create this irresistible low ticket offer. So how do you do that? You want to think of the quick win in mind. Okay. So it needs to solve one very specific problem. Don't try to do everything for them. That's why they need to step into your higher level program or services, right? So focus on one pain point with one quick actionable solution for them. So an example could be a 7-day meal plan for busy moms who want to eat healthy without spending hours in the kitchen. Okay. Not a 30-day meal plan, a 7-day meal plan. Keep it short, keep it concise, small, right? By the way, they can use that 7-day meal plan for the entire month. I don't know about you guys, but I cook almost the same thing every single week in different variations. Next thing is you want to maximize the value with multiple formats. So repurpose your content so that you're delivering the value without spending hours creating new material. Here's what I mean by this. Think about something that you already have created in your business. So I'm going to give you a quick example, my sales page for this. So we have a content bundle that I had already created for our mastermind clients as a bonus for them. I didn't recreate this to sell it. Okay. But I use that to sell it outside of the program. So it's literally, you get 365 days of content prompts. You get call to actions. I don't know, 300 something call to actions. You get 150 hooks. Crazy. It's amazing, this thing. And it has a content calendar for every single month of the year. That was already created for my clients. I didn't recreate the wheel. All right. So think of something that you already have. It could even be an audio series. It could be an ebook. It could be a printable checklist. Bonus tip. If you don't have anything, go to Etsy and look for something called PLR, private label rights. Okay. Private label rights are materials that allow you as a buyer to pay a very minimal fee. I'm talking about I've bought PLR stuff for $15, $10. I have bought PLR courses for more than that, but you literally can purchase these things for $10 or less or more, and you have the right to resell it. Okay. But look it up. You can Google it, but go to Etsy, a place like that, and you can buy directly from creators that create these things. And you can take that, rebrand it, and resell it. Now, remember, you want to look for something that is going to be specific for your target audience and gives them one win quick solution. Okay. Another bonus tip is to seal the deal, add a couple of bonuses to your low ticket offer. Okay. So when you purchase my content bundle, you also get like 3 other bonuses, and you get full access to an AI workshop to show you how to take those content prompts in the content bundle and make your own content out of it. So super fabulous. Step 3, you want to price it right for maximum conversions. Okay. So here's what I do want you to understand. Low ticket offers, they work really well to create monthly recurring revenue. But if you're going to think that you're going to survive just off of low ticket offers, you're like completely mistaken. So there are a lot of influencers out there, people that I follow. For me, I would definitely call them mentors, but I don't compare myself or my low ticket offer and what I could get from my low ticket offer compared to them. Why? Because they have millions of followers or hundreds of thousands of followers, engaged followers, and they probably run hundreds of thousands of dollars in paid traffic. Okay. So I do want you to keep your expectations like realistic. Now, can you make thousands per month? Absolutely. But if you're thinking you're going to make like a 5-figure income or 6-figure income from a low ticket offer and you're not running paid traffic and you have a small audience, no, it does not work that way. Okay. So just know that. However, you do want to price it so that it's right for maximum conversion. So typically what I have seen that works best is somewhere, and again, it depends on your industry and it depends on what your other offers are. So for me, what has worked really well are $47 offers and $97 offers. However, I have bought things and I have seen things that are $7. I've even bought something for $1. $27 seems to be like a sweet spot for many, $17 also. So it really depends on what it is that you're offering, what your other offers are, right? So that it all makes sense and there's like a transition as this newly paid customer transitions in the customer journey that you have for them, because you don't want them to just stop at that low ticket offer. That low ticket offer is an entry point to then really get them to feel more comfortable in investing more with you. So if you're pricing something at $7, but then the next step to work with you is $3,000, there's a misalignment there. Okay. So those are things that you definitely want to think about, and you want to stack the value. Many times what you can do is you can sell something for like $7. And once they purchase that, I don't know if you've seen this, we call these like order bumps or tripwire. So once somebody purchased like the first thing, then it takes them to a next thing to purchase, right? So you're just stacking value on top of value. Do they always take all of it? No, but it's another way to add more revenue to that one order. Okay. So those are some other things to keep in mind. So step 4, you want to build a magnetic sales page. Your sales page is so important. This is really what is going to walk your audience through that emotional journey before they hit the buy now button. And that buy now button, listen, some people are like super fast at purchasing and others aren't. I'm going to give you a quick example. Yesterday, I purchased something for $97. It took me 15 minutes and it was the very first time I ever saw this person. Now, within those 15 minutes, before I hit the buy now button, I did go to look at their other ads because that's just what I do. I did go to their Facebook business page. I did go to their Instagram. I did go to their personal profile, and I did do a little bit of snooping on them before I actually purchased. But I will say somebody that is like pretty quick at making purchases, like I just said yes to somebody for $1,000, but that person I've been talking to for quite some time, right? So you want to think about that. There is an emotional journey that we go through, and some people take longer than others to actually buy because we all have different personalities. So here's how you break this down. Your sales page needs to state the problem, like what's their pain point. It needs to amplify their problem. Why is it important for them to actually fix it now? It needs to share a little story, a quick transformational story to help them decide on, okay, I need this right away. And then it needs to be super clear about the offer. Okay. And then of course, a call to action. Okay. So here's the page. Know exactly what to post to activate now buyers in your audience using my high converting viral content prompts, hooks, and CTAs. Okay. This is for somebody who doesn't know exactly what to post and they don't know how to activate their now buyers, right? So this is a problem that I'm stating, but I'm stating it in a positive way. I'm not saying if you don't know how to blank, right? So I've kind of reversed engineered that. Now, because this is a lower ticket for me, we don't have to like do a lot of selling, especially if you're selling something for like $7, right? So just know that too. And so now I'm telling them what they're unlocking, right? Like what it is that they're getting. I have buttons. I'm giving them a visual of what this is going to look like. I also have a video. Video works really well because video allows them to actually now hear your voice, see that you're a real person, especially if somebody that never like landed on your profile or your business page or doesn't know who you are. They just found you. This is a really great way to emotionally like pull them in and allow them to get to know, like, and trust you pretty quickly. As you guys know, this is why I love live video, right? And then I tell them about who this is for. Okay. So this is letting them know exactly who this is for. These are their pain points, right? If you're spinning your wheels, trying to figure out what to post to even get traction, blah, blah, blah. And then again, I'm telling them what they're going to get. I do give them kind of like a picture this. Imagine if you had an entire year's worth of content ideas, right? Like who wouldn't want that? And then I give them a visual of all the things that they get and then the bonuses. So this within itself, I could sell for the $47 or even $97. This was actually $97. So then I go into the bonuses. So 150 viral video and caption hooks. Bonus 2, 93 high converting and activating call to actions, like already written for you. You don't even have to think about it. You literally plug and play. And then you also get this inside of a Notion board, project management system. Okay. It's all inside of there. Plus you get access to my AI workshop, which that within itself, I could sell for $97. It's like a 2-hour workshop. Amazing. Okay. Literally $1,600 worth of value, was 97 for 47, a little bit about me. And then that's it. Make sense? Okay. Next thing, once you have that sales page. Oh, and by the way, you're like, well, how do I build a sales page? Okay. So here's the thing. For something like this, I highly recommend a sales page. For a free lead magnet, you don't need to set up a funnel. You can do it with very low tech. But because we're talking about a low ticket funnel, I would highly recommend a sales page. And the reason why is because you need that page to take people's credit card information, right? And so we personally use Go High Level. I use a white label form of it called Funnel Gorgeous. I have an affiliate link if you want that. I love Funnel Gorgeous because I love their support. They've got an amazing community, but it's basically the Go High Level platform, just rebranded for Funnel Gorgeous. So I highly recommend to have a system like that. It also does a lot of other things, automated emails, SMS. You can build other funnel pages, Google reviews. You can run ads through it. You can set up your social media calendar through it. Gosh, I mean, you can create a website on it. So lots of really, really great things. So I do recommend having a place where you can build this sales page. And plus, if you're asking for people to pay you, it needs to look more professional than just asking for like a PayPal or giving them a PayPal link. Okay. So just putting that out there. Now, when you're working with a low ticket offer, you have a front end offer, which is your low ticket, right? So my front end offer is that bundle, that content bundle that I just shared with you. A more advanced version of that is once you click and you purchase that content bundle, it can send you in different directions, right? It can send you to buy something else from me that is similar in price. It can also then send you to jump into our Vault membership, which is only $197. Your first month, you get in for $97 a month, right? So that's what we call order bumps or one-time offers. And that's a little bit more advanced, but to get started, I would highly recommend to start with at least that one low ticket offer. Okay. So how do you get that low ticket offer out there? Organically, you create content around it. So I have created content around that content bundle. Like I've screen shared what it looks like. I've talked about it. And then anybody that is interested, my call to action is something like, to grab this right now. So you have an entire year's worth of content ideas at your fingertips, say the word content. And everyone that responds, I send them the link to purchase it. Okay. So that would be an organic kind of way to do it. Another way to do it, in addition to that, not just this way, but another way in addition would be to run ads to it. However, I do not suggest to run ads. If you've never run ads, do not do it on your own. Also, if you have not sold that low ticket offer organically, do not run ads to it because running ads to it is not going to fix the problem of it not selling organically. Make sense? But those are ways to get it out there. Put it in emails, put it in, LinkedIn articles. If you do articles, blog posts, videos as your call to action, all those different ways. And that's how you would monetize that. And then step 7 is using your existing audience. So leveraging your current audience, which I kind of just mentioned in step 6 with emails, with social media, with reels inside of your stories, and add the link inside of your stories. We talked about advertising, but that's not really your existing audience. Blog posts, doing like email swaps with people. And if they're open to it, if they're open to promoting that to their email audience as well. So there's lots of different ways to monetize it with your current existing audience so that it's organic and you can test it before you decide if it's time to run ads to it. Okay. If it's not selling, then that is a clear signal that you need to make some changes to it. So maybe it's the copy on the landing page is just not working. Maybe it's the actual offer itself. Maybe it's what you're delivering or the presentation of the delivery. But that's why I always suggest test it out organically first before you make any decisions on what your next steps are going to be as far as paid traffic. All right. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. And if you have any questions regarding anything that I shared today, just make sure to drop it down below and I'll get to it. Okay. Bye, guys.